Hey guys!
So we have to go and install one of the
Oh, I knew that. What?
A lot of
Oh.
this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Maybe just move regularly if you would. So you look
Oh.
around. That's how you walk.
I know, this is cool. Is Waltson.
Like before you go anywhere.
Oh.
So, for anybody that hasn't seen this game, it's a very good storytelling game. Very visual.
I can look behind me.
I think this game was
How did I get through that fence?
You can't.
But how did I get on this side of the fence?
You opened it.
Hmm. It looks chained.
It's also a fence. You might have just jumped over.
It's definitely chained.
Someone had put up a chain link fence, but it looked like I wasn't the first person to hop it.
Oh.
There you go. How she got in. She just hopped the bitch.
Rebel. Okay. Oh, you should text CJ.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Well, that's just rude. How can you be in a house and not be in all the rooms?
That's a giant ass house.
Oh.
Yeah, anything that has one of those markers on it can go up to it.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Oh. Oh. Wow, I do all this? That's crazy. This is very hands-on.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral. In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Doesn't matter which way you take. Takes you both to the same right place.
Alright, well I'm gonna go this way then.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Where?
No, there's some down on the other end if you say single, then other than
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Houses with answers.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Oh wow, it's a very tall house. Yeah, it doesn't look safe at all. That looks all held up by literally a tree.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Wheelchair accessible. Can I like kneel? I wanted to look to see what was down in that basement window.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't. Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
It's creepy.
Yeah.
Okay, then what does this key go to? Well, let's try going around then.
A little secure. If that's your building. Unfortunately, there's no logic in this game, so you can't really
Oh, there's a back door. It won't let me, Oh, I guess I'm crawling through the doggy door. That's cool.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Oh. Oh.
The power had been turned off the night we left.
Huh.
power doesn't work, bro. Peanuts.
No.
Yeah.
They're packing nuts,
Exactly. Peanuts.
I think. Oh, what's in here?
Nothing.
Darn.
I guess it's probably rotten.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
Ah, yes.
There's a lot of fucking books like everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Alright, so Lois died.
Oh no.
Oh no is right. I have a water purifier. I want one of those. Can I take this? Damn, that's rude.
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
Oh, I love Chinese. You guys are lucky.
Or how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Huh.
I think there's only two things in there, so.
I know, I'm just looking around. This is important. Usually in video games like this, there's like stuff you have to look for and pick up.
There's nothing in this one to pick up. It's
I
just all,
wouldn't know that.
it's just all of
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it. Like a smile with too many teeth.
What?
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
You should build me a house.
No.
I want a whole house. How long does this go? Oh, alright, that answered my question. Alright, let's see if the key goes
Mom
in
always
here.
told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
What does this key go to? There are a lot of books, ain't there?
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive. A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Jesus.
What? All the books?
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
How do I... Oh, okay, never mind. I figured it out. Okay, so there's a Lewis, a Milton, and an Edie so far. Oh, is it getting dark?
The in-game time never changes until you progress more.
Maybe we're progressing.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
Well, I don't want to go upstairs until I've seen all... What was that?
Walking.
Oh. No, I heard something move after I'd stopped walking.
It was like my mom was the only one of us who could imagine
the hell?
Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Pressed on too many fingers.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Alright, I suppose we can go upstairs now.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Hmm. We're supposed to follow the words. Calvin.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
It's sad. Why is there a rope in here?
Because that's the side of the room that his brother was at.
1950 to 1961. Made him 11? Gregory.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
This is a bathroom. So why is there a name on it? It's only for 1 year.
You'll see. Bird on that one.
Sven, Finch, and Edie.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
I say she likes to do that.
Lots of pictures.
I know.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Barbara.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it. Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
That's rude. She was leaving anyway. Okay.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Molly.
Molly always
Okay.
seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
1947.
That made her 10.
Actually, a lot of people enlisted.
That was way back then. Everybody died young. Oh my god, guys, an open room. No freaking way.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
Don't being, like, having this type of...
Word. We should draw our walls like this.
Take a lot of time.
The ocean. Well, with the sharks and stuff, we could just get like those real life sticker things.
Yeah, it probably won't work out well, though.
They actually do if you don't take them off and move them around like kids like to do. My mom did that with my brother Nick's room because he was such an animal fanatic. My stepdad painted a whole forest on his one wall and then actually painted on the animals.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
We're gonna see about that. Oh my god, the key just unlocked this thing.
Unlock the book.
Turns
20
out my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
20,000 leagues under the sea. What? Oh yeah, lift it.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Yeah, we're climbing in here.
This is when the game basically starts.
Where are we, man?
Oh, fuck.
Well, someone used to... Little girl, obviously.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Melvin.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Oh, snap. We made it into that one locked room.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
So have you ever seen anything on this scene?
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Oh, that is really cool. The gerbil obviously got out. Hopefully it's living somewhere. Well, actually, it's probably dead of old age. That's cool how they painted this right around the brick. Huh. Okay, we're not gonna try that door yet. I want to explore the room some more.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
I would too.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
I'm a child now?
Yeah, your mom.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Well, darn.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
We're gonna eat this fish. There's a spot on it. Why won't it let me?
Being glitched for some reason. Walk away friendly, but
I don't know what happened.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Aw. Oh wow. Alright, well I guess we're not eating sushi. That's rude. Alright, what else are we gonna eat? Oh, this door. Oh, it just leads to a bathroom.
I kept eating and eating.
Oh god. We just ate toothpaste. I'm uncomfortable.
I ate a lot of things that night.
something
It's all plastic and such.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly,
Oh
I
my
was
god.
a cat.
I'm a cat. Do I not jump?
Yeah, press your action button.
Oh yeah. Can I fall?
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Can I jump up there?
No, we're not taking turns of letting her play it. I've already beaten this one once, but decided that we can play through on it. She just got stuck, so I guess go.
Just straight over there?
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Well, how rude. I'm right here. Where'd the bird go? Oh my god, can I jump up there? Across? Oh.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired.
What the hell? Oh.
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
This is actually like straight up. You had to be spot on a little bit. You could definitely fall the first 2 times though.
This one? Oh, here we go. Yeah,
I
come
gobbled
here.
her up. Suddenly, I was an owl.
Oh my god,
First,
now I have to
all I
fly.
heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass. Rabbits.
What am I supposed to be doing right now?
You're supposed to be finding the rabbits that are running around.
Oh, how am I supposed to see them from?
Go to.
Well, I didn't even see the words at first. Oh my god, what happened? Oh my god, is this gonna all depend on me getting a rabbit? Oh no! Get it, no turn! Okay, yeah, you do this. Okay, you know what? I really just tried just then, okay? Oh, you got one.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I
I just ate
swallowed him
that
up,
thing.
and I didn't chew one bit.
Oh my god.
Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Girl. Oh, I got it. Let's see.
A mama rabbit.
Didn't I just get a rabbit? Where? Oh. Go, 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 go! Damn, what happened? Get it! Ah, I missed. I would be a horrible owl. Oh no. I'm gonna starve at the rate.
Alright, I guess I gotta do this.
Oh no, I got this one. I got this one. Nope, I'm looking. Oh! Yeah, I gotcha. Go. Dive, dive, dive. Get it! Yeah! Num 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 num
She was
num
almost too
num.
big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Jesus, in a tree? Great, now I'm rolling down a hill. Kids have the craziest dreams. Oh my god.
Yeah, keep on going.
I got this, watch.
You got it.
Boom, here I go.
There you go.
Flopping. Oh my god, I think I broke a fin. Oh my
I
god,
rolled off the
go!
cliff and into the ocean.
Could you imagine driving and just seeing a
I was
freaking
hungrier
shark?
than ever.
Yeah, that sucks.
Oh no, no, we don't want to go up. How do you go forward? Am I hitting the wrong thing?
Just going forward by yourself.
Okay, we're figuring this out, guys. Why are all the animals so hard? I should probably go down more. Oh, wait. Yeah. Stop. No, I'm not trying
You're
to.
holding up.
I'm holding forward.
You don't have
Juicy
to go.
seals.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, get
Tore
it.
off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Where'd she go? She's gone. Oh, yeah. Don't lose her. God damn it, I lost her. Wait a minute, I got it! Oh, oh, okay, we're turning it again. Go for it. Get her.
I guess I should.
Get
Grabbed
it!
on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When
Nah,
I
someone
opened my
grabbed
eyes,
you.
Everything had changed.
What the hell is going on? Oh, got a tentacle and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I figured it out. Do I have to get back in the water?
Now I was a monster and I smelled people everywhere.
Get that bird. Gotta stay stealth mode. Oh
I
yeah.
was big, but I moved real quiet.
Everything is going fine.
Yeah. Num 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 num.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I gotta go after the captain.
I wanted to stop him, but also I didn't.
Get 8. How do I get into that other guy? Nope. Huh. Well, I honestly wasn't even listening.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I saw something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
God damn it, did I really?
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Oh, now we're going up. Oh my god.
I got closer and closer.
Back into my room. Oh, bless me.
All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
It was very dark for a 10-year-old.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
I just heard a cat.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Okay, so Edie's her grandma?
I spent a lot of time in Great Grandma Edie's room.
Great grandma. And we're in this other locked room.
We got along, and it was a good place to hide from my mom. Her room was like a museum.
Odin.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
1890 to 37.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Of course not. She had to make her husband's death seem awesome. Well, awesome was probably... yeah.
Even in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Oh yeah, look at that.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
I want to throw up. Who put shag carpet in a freaking bathroom? Do you know how much bacteria this is probably holding?
No, the real question is who puts a lawn chair in their bathtub?
I'm too concerned about...
I mean, it's for old people.
Oh, and the key unlocks this one, so it only unlocks padlocks. Got it. What is happening? Oh. I didn't realize I had to do all this
There's
stuff.
a secret in this bathroom.
Oh.
It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Oh. Holy guacamole. Yeah, we're going in here. Go on. Oh. Oh.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Could see that. Seems like he knew where everything was. Ah, the other room with the rope.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
1962.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom, and he did.
Probably the gross kind, the mushy kind. I'm trying here. I've got one leg, guy. One leg. Did I use both?
At
Oh,
Barbara's
okay.
funeral, we swore
You know, I figured it out.
we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly. But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Alvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Oh my god, I'm swinging pretty high. I would have already had anxiety. That's true. But he's trying to make this thing go all the way around. Oh god. Woo! Oh god, no, I can't stop. Oh god.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Oh. I was just flying.
Calvin's story felt strangely
61.
familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing. After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
These ones aren't connected.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Oh my god, do I go up? I do. Oh, push. What's happening? That's pretty stellar.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Can I get back in here?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because I didn't want to have to choose. What?
So that's probably the other thing first though. That's the way you do it.
Oh.
Growing
Oh.
up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Skipped her entire part.
What?
You would have skipped her whole entire part if you would have just crawled out.
Oh.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards. Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Jesus.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The
Oh.
secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks.
What?
I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned.
She waited 20
Barbara
minutes.
went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she found the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Tell if my fucking mic's been on this whole entire time or not.
I'm controlling a comic.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Jesus!
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Oh my god.
Yeah, hit that shit.
Some practice swings. Where am I supposed to be going right now?
Yeah, I'm thinking for some reason that whole entire time they were able to hear me because that shit was muted.
Rattled.
Because of what?
Because my shit was muted, I didn't think it was.
Mm.
She must have muted it last time you used it or something.
You double checked before you put it on. Maybe you muted it.
I know it was not muted, but must have.
Rick?
You fucked him up, though.
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your
His
scream.
fucking legs
I'm
broke.
not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused.
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, Have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still
fuck you, bro.
when she
My
fell
crutch.
asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Crap, I forgot to meet.
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Shit, yeah, fuck up your skeleton. The fuck was that? Dirty laundry?
Walter, are you there?
Walter vanished, but his
Trying to
lights
jerk
and
off.
radio were still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hookman, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
You know what? Could use it earlier.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
Go
She
around on
got
that.
out and
What?
Walter, but just couldn't do it.
What?
You gotta go out that door and beat his ass.
Why?
Because that's what she does.
Golly,
She's dumb.
hadn't been opened in years. The hinges grow. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
I gotta go down there? Why is everything a slow crawl?
I don't know. Because you can't run this game. Everyone comment.
Oh my god, he's not here anymore.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life.
She is screaming command this time. She looks happy.
I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Jesus.
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Haha.
Jesus. That was funny as fuck.
He made a pretty good dad joke.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
She took a street sign with part of her name on it.
Barb Street, yeah. Well, it said she had a street named after her, so that's probably the street.
Mm.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Yeah, guess what we're definitely about to go mess with.
Yeah.
Forward.
I'm saving.
Oh. I think I just kept getting stuck on books. So now we're in the basement.
Wanna play some pool?
They won't let me.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
As in she's already had one.
Carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that. I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Oh my god.
If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Wait, no, like 2005.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
Jesus, me neither.
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. If you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
More books.
There's a lot of books in this house.
I know it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
That's not a shaking was with a train.
Yeah.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here. I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Come on.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
I wasn't trying to. No, stop. Go down. Down.
You have to hold it. There you go.
But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive.
Huh?
Oh, God.
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
What's that red light out there?
That is the old house. I'll find that out with you.
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of.
Am I supposed to go out there?
Not yet. I go towards the house.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth. And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Why?
About 9:40 right now.
What?
So that's about 9:40
I
right
think
now.
we've been
If you
surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten
wanna
used to
finish
it.
If you want me to finish it, or what you want to do.
What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
That's a true question to be asking. Yeah, sure. Alright. Alright, everybody, this is Lavish Drachma. Leaving. Goodbye.
Okay, guys. So I'm gonna go finish this out. Donna's gonna be going to bed here because she has
It's
to get up
embarrassing for me to
early in the
admit
morning.
this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
We've got all these
3
animals.
of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault. Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Barbara, Walter, Edie, Sven, Calvin, Molly.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
Guessing this is supposed to be Odin and his wife, possibly.
She
And
could
or
see
this
it
Odin.
poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Alright. I think we just go back now. Take a
Edie's side
different
was always
path.
easier for me to understand.
Yep.
But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Sam, Gregory, and Gus. Still have to find out
She
about
lost
them.
2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Milton, Sanjay, Lewis.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Yeah, let's go up in this sketch-ass fucking treehouse real quick.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Sketch as hell.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
Bear. So obviously he was a hunter, for sure. Hello, Mr. Spider.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm?
Am
I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
What?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Aw. You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
What you doing, man? Why you peeing on a tree?
Hey!
That's a keeper.
Nothing quite like being outside. I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
What?
I know, Dad.
Yeah,
You're
I can put it
always
up.
serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
Sure. Let's try to find
Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere.
That's where I was supposed to be finding the deer.
I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time.
Don't remember where the hell it
Give me a
was,
minute to
though.
check the map.
Let's see here.
Let's see.
I don't think it's really here. Oh, there they are. That's right.
Good eyes, Dawn. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Just... Let me get
A
behind you.
pretty good camera for like 1950.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you need to be strong. Great shot, Dawn! I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Shit, me up there.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Man, just got fucked up. It's not cool.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Alright, let's put this away. See what else we got here.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
I think there's one more thing in this room that I can grab before I leave it. Maybe not.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Here we go. Better be stepping on those boards. Oh, she don't even give a fuck. She's stepping where the fuck she feels like.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Baby gate. Mr. Gregory.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Hell yeah.
Gregory, it's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw.
Give me them duck toys. Come on.
What his world was like. He reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was, he saw. It sure made him happy. I know how silly it sounds. But I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw. There's so much I don't understand about Gregory.
Oh, hell yeah.
About everything. know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck,
We
Kay.
just fucking died.
Love, Sam.
So apparently Gregory, he drowns in the pool. And he was 1 year old. That sucks. There's Dawn's.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words.
Husband and wife. You make him cry.
It's like no one at this wedding, that's for sure. They get to bring it all the way to the other side. Yep.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Fuck you, Dad. That's basically what he just said.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Oh, we coming for that tent, boy.
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power.
Look at all this
But all
crap
my
we
father
got.
said to this was, "Make the music louder."
I wish that, but I'll do it.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
That's not good.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Oh yeah, that's right. Over here. We're going up.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Sanjay.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
Alright, I don't think we go down yet.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
No one was. Yes. Dawn.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
So she taught
But
the
it didn't
kids up
last.
here.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Got paint all over the floor. Just spilt that shit.
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
He's pretty good though. For being a young kid, you know. Lots of structures it looks like that he's good at. Iguana.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
That's cool.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
That was a pretty dope flip book.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
I don't think there's any backside to this thing. It has to go back down the path I already went. Yeah. None. Alright. Then we'll continue up here.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
This room look like.
Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
Good night. It was made out of like a ship or a plane or something. Crazy. Oh yes. this man. He be doing some
room smelled
drugs,
very,
that's for sure.
very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Yeah, computer, yoga ball, whole bunch of good stuff.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same
we
behavior.
get boring as fuck.
His mind began to wander. I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then, daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss, but he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first.
Hearing dogs and crap.
He told me he'd made a new friend.
Oh, hell yeah.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
I found it kind of cool that most of the bridges and stuff like that for this little tiny part
He
over
talked
here,
about
you have to
starting a
actually
band.
use the fish and do what you need to do.
And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won.
Mario right there.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
A boat.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
His mom's like, yo, come on, let's go home. It's like, nah, I got fish to cut, bro.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a
handsome prince, handsome queen, or beautiful prince, or handsome queen.
handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for
Radio Rainbows, sinister serpents.
Sinister serpents.
Oh no, it's getting hard.
He followed the sound of her
Electric string. The one with the silver harp.
silver harp. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
I can't even see the shop and
He
stuff.
knew the world was all in his imagination.
Oh, jeez, Rick. Look at all these fucking fish. Throw the damn fish.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
Yeah, he definitely lost his mind, that's for sure.
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Alright, so I guess we're leaving the
Began
cannery
to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Look at all these dead chickens.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Don't even have fish in his hand anymore. He lost his mind.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
Yeah, hey guys. Chilling.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on inviting him. his queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head. I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Sounds like he was a little bit depressed. Like most of these people in this family. Oh crap. No, don't go back in the room. What are you doing, lady? Come on. Oh wait. Hold up, stop. I'm pretty sure I saw I had to go through a door right there. Here we go again.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, she waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
Is Edie or Dawn's?
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Yeah, I think it's Dawn's.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
There's Edith's.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
It's alright, just keep on going.
I got turned around. For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things.
Fucking deer.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
There we go.
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
Shit's fucking locked. Ridiculous.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go!
I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it.
Oh, hell yeah.
A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Whoa, bro, what the hell's going on? We coming out the womb?
This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Crazy looking house. Well, that about does it for this game. Hope you guys liked it. This was What Remains of Edith Finch. It's a very good story-based game, that's for sure. And there's a lot of graphicals to it too. Just going through the house and just looking at everything that's around the house. It's actually pretty cool and pretty fun. So, apparently I got a trophy for seeing Jonathan. These are all the people that actually helped make the game, I'm guessing as when they were kids. It's just showing a few, like, things throughout the whole entire game that pop up in the background. Kind of a cool way to actually do the credits. Sorry, I went blank. Bet you all these people are probably like, yeah, we'll give you our baby pictures. You ain't nobody's ever gonna look at this. The Boer Mars. A lot of weird names. No playtesters are on the books, so that's cool. Probably to just speed up things. I hope you guys liked the game. It definitely was a eventful one, that's for sure. And I'm always down to play any story games like this because it's just a very well put together game. So anyways, I hope you guys liked it. This is Mad Matt 9955 signing out.